Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, I really appreciate you guys watching the video and checking it out, spending a little time with me today. And today, guys, we're going to be giving you a Whopper Plopper modification. It's one of the modifications that I've sort of been hesitant to give away, but it's something that really has produced a lot of bass for me, like the last 3 falls, specifically in October and November, relative to how the Whopper Plopper is producing. Because if you guys have seen some of my past videos, I talk about how the Whopper Plopper has been losing the amount of productivity it has, which is true. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit why that is, and I'm going to show you this modification, how to do it. And I think it's going to add up to some higher than normal numbers of Whopper Plopper fish for you guys. Real quick, guys, I just want to remind everybody, if you're interested in booking an on the water lesson with me, just shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler, for the details. We do most of the lessons on Table Rock or Stockton Lake here in Missouri. And also check out our virtual lessons. You can book a virtual Zoom lesson with me to go over any subject you want to in fishing, any lake, by going to fishthemoment.com, and I'll put all those links in the description, so much appreciated there. Okay guys, we've talked about this before in some past videos about how the Whopper Plopper has consistently sort of lost its effectiveness simply because so many people fish it. And it's a bait that telegraphs itself. It's got a very unique sound. It's a very aggressive bait, and the fish sort of have to be in the right mood and personality to fish it. And I've noticed it just specifically this fall so far. I mean, because we've been in sort of the topwater season for the last month. And guys, the Whopper Plopper has not been nearly as effective even this year as it has every other year, and it's continued to went down. But I do have one modification that I want to show you that has produced way more. It's produced 3 times more fish for me after using this modification than before I started using it. And I did this, it's something I came up with on my own, and I actually did some other baits. But anyway, guys, excuse me. Here are the 2 most popular Whopper Plopper colors. It's the black one here, I think they call it the loon, and the bone colored here. Now, this is what 95% of people that fish Whopper Ploppers, you see them throwing these 2 colors. Guys, my advice to you, stop throwing these 2 colors. Put them away, get rid of them, and I'm gonna show you what you can do with them. But stop throwing these 2 colors, because every freaking buddy in the world throws them, and the fish get conditioned to them. They either throw the black or they throw the bone. That's one of the 2. So anyway, here's what you can do to create a new look. And this is the modification I'm going to show you that's been working for me. Is number 1, take any of your Whopper Ploppers. It doesn't matter. Take one you don't use a lot, and just scrape all the paint off of it. Completely. And I do that here, but it'd take me 5 minutes. It takes about 5 minutes to do it. I know you guys don't want me watch me scraping a bait for 5 minutes, but take all the paint off of it. I usually take a knife, even over a file. Just take a knife and just scrape all the paint off it, and it'll make the sides clear. Next thing you do is get a chartreuse marker, and then take it and mark the bait. And here's one I've done it with it, guys. What I did is I took a bone Whopper Plopper, I scraped all the paint off of it, and then I took the chartreuse marker and marked all over the sides, everywhere of the Whopper Plopper, and then rubbed it in with my finger. Now look at the difference here that you have here. The subtleness of this and the translucency of this chartreuse right here, there's something about it, I don't know what it is, but they will bite it 10 times better than this. And you can see, I even cut the hooks off this when I was using it in practice for a tournament a couple weeks ago, getting a lot of bites on it, so I cut the hook off of it. But guys, the way it looks in the water, when you put like a bone Whopper Plopper or a black Whopper Plopper, it looks like it's right out of the factory, next to this thing here, guys, this thing looks super edible. It's like it's the color that sort of blends into the water. Like if you got a little bit of a chop there, this color blends nicely, but it stands out just subtly in order to draw the strike a little bit. But guys, I'm telling you right now, this is a modification I've never given away before. This will get you some good bites right here. I mean, I can promise you. And there's actually, I've talked a little bit about before this, I also do this with a black magic marker because the black can be productive. So I'll scrape this paint off and I'll put a black magic marker and do the same thing. And it makes it like a translucent black. But anyway, guys, that's just a quick tip. All that is a scraped off Whopper Plopper with some chartreuse spigot dye on it. And the amount of dye, you can put different degrees of chartreuse. If you don't want it real bright chartreuse, you can just put like some hash marks on it and then rub it in like that. Or if you want it even brighter, you can really do it really a heavy coat on there. But the good thing about that is once you scrape the plastic on there and it roughs it up, the dye adheres to the side of the plastic better than if it was slick. But I have found that this thing just gets me more bites than anything in October and November. In a lot of different conditions. It doesn't matter if it's sunny or partly cloudy or cloudy out or rainy like that, this will get you some bites. So anyway, guys, just a quick tip. I wanted to share that modification with you guys. I know it will help you guys get some more bites on a Whopper Plopper because we all know if you fish Whopper Ploppers, you know how hard it is to get bit on a Whopper Plopper on a public body of water. Because every time I talk about how the Whopper Ploppers are not near as productive, I always get guys saying, "Oh, Randy, you're full of it. I ripped them on a Whopper Plopper." Well, come here to Missouri, guys, on any public body of water like Table Rock or Lake of the Ozarks, and see how many you catch on it now. You'll be given a dose of reality real quick on that. So anyway, hope it helps out, guys. We'll talk later.